Okay, folks, in this question, we are told or given that here is a box containing some 15 numbers, okay? In this first part, write down all the numbers from the list, which are part A, square numbers. So a square number is made by multiplying a number by itself once. So for example, 1 squared means 1 times 1, which is 1. 2 squared, or 2 to the power of 2, is 2 times 2, which is 4. So 1 is a square number. 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is 9. So 9 is here. Okay. 4 squared is 4 times 4, which is 16. That is on there. Okay. 5 squared is 5 times 5, which is 25. And there's no other number obviously above the 20s, because the next one we have is 6 squared, which is 6 times 6, which is 36. That's not on the list, so we obviously stop there. Part B, cube numbers. Again, that's made or generated by multiplying a number by itself and then by itself again. So multiplying a number by itself twice. So for example, 1 cubed, or 1 to the power of 3, is 1 times 1 times 1. Okay, which is 1. So 1 is a cube number. Next up, we have 2 cubed, which is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. 8 is there, so we've got that. Next up, we've got 3 cubed, which is 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. That is there. The next one, again, obviously is above the 20s, so we can obviously stop there. It becomes 4 cubed, which is 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. That's not on there, so I can stop there. Part C, prime numbers. Now, prime numbers, or a prime number, is a set of numbers or a number that has explicitly 2 distinct factors, one in itself. Now, a really common misconception that students make year upon year, unfortunately, is they think 1 is a prime number, so 1 is not prime because 1 has namely one factor, which is 1. Okay, so a factor is a number that goes into that number cleanly or fits in that exact amount of times with no remainder. Okay, so the first prime number is actually even, which is 2. So it goes 2, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 11, then 13, then 17, then 19, then 23, then 29, etc., etc. We can see here that 2 is not on here, so it means change colour. So 3 is on here, so 3 is prime, 7 is prime, 11 is prime, 13 is prime, and there's no other number, sorry, I tell a lie, 29 is also prime. Okay, I believe, yeah, that is all the ones that are there. Okay, what about part D, so triangle numbers? Okay, so these are not as common at GCSE, okay, but we get them by making triangles. Now, what does that actually mean? So think of these little dots here. So 1 is a triangle number, okay? Now, a triangle is made by usually 3 dots, right? So you're going to have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you're going to have that, okay? Then the next one's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is triangular, okay? Then it goes 10. Then it goes 15. Then it goes 21. Then it goes 28. Okay, and there, okay? So you make these what we call so-called triangles, okay? And you count like the number of like circular dots that I have, Okay, and if you're wondering what the nth term would be, if you're wondering, it's actually n over 2 or a half n brackets n plus 1, I believe. Okay, again, obviously, yeah, prove that if you want to for yourself. As a little challenge here, but yeah, it's how you make these triangular numbers. Okay, obviously, this circle here, yeah, that's not a triangle, which is obviously like an odd one out. But yeah, it starts off with the number 1. Okay, then it's 3. Then it's 6. It's not in there. Then we got 15 is the next one on there. And then there's no other one on there. Okay, because there goes 21. Okay, so you're actually adding 2, then you're adding 3, then you're adding 4. So this is, yeah, a quadratic sequence. Okay, because the differences are different each time. Okay, excuse that pun, but yeah, the differences are different each time. Okay, so yeah, okay, so triangle number, yeah, if you're ever unsure, it's just made by triangles. Okay, so you obviously have your first one there. Obviously the number 1 is not a triangle, okay, but just go with the flow here and just assume here the first one is number 1. Okay, then it looks like this. Then you have 1, 3, 6, etc. Okay, but yeah, this was looking at types of numbers for GCSE maths. Okay, but don't worry too much yet about the last one, because it's not very common on Edexcel papers. They do come up a bit more on OCR and AQA, but don't worry too much about it. Okay, but yeah, if you're ever unsure, just Google it. Okay, or use ChatGPT to obviously write down your the list of numbers. Okay, if you're ever unsure, but yeah, that is how we generate triangular numbers. Okay, thank you for watching.